Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ahhhsoneo of Ahhhsoneo, and I'm back today with another video for you guys. And this one is going to be a real humdinger of a story. You are definitely going to watch this one because look what I got. Oh yeah, so don't get too exciting. It's not an unboxing, but it is more like a reveal. I finally picked up my Speedy from the Louis Vuitton store over here in Arizona where I live, where I had sent it in for repairs. If you want to hear this story, because trust me, this is definitely a story time situation. But if you want to hear the story, then please stick around after the break and watch this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, I am Ahhhsoneo of Ahhhsoneo. This is my piece of the YouTube world where I talk about luxury items and I also talk about beauty items and I sometimes even talk about project planning. But today, it's a Louis Vuitton day. Alright, so I know I've been sitting here carrying this around for like the last 3 days. Well, not carrying it around, but you know, it's been on the floor sitting here and I have not touched it. I have not touched it since I left from the store because I have quite the story to tell you. But before I jump in and take it out of the box and show you guys, I've got to rewind and go back to the beginning. So I went probably, wait, I have receipts, people. I have evidence. So yeah, okay, so I went May 25th. I took my Speedy in for repairs, right? I'll try to insert some pictures in here. I'm hoping I kept them of the straps of my Speedy. It's a Speedy 25 Damier Azur. So I purchased this bag. I'm pretty sure that I purchased this bag for myself for my 30th birthday. So the bag is about a decade old. Yes, I just aged myself and my daughter's laughing at me. But it is. I purchased it for myself for my 30th birthday. And the handles were blackened and looking pretty old. I've used Love in My Bags items on them, and I'll have an old blog post that still gets hit. So I'll link it down below about what it's like to use Love in My Bags products on your Vachetta handles. And so I've done my best to maintain them over the years, but after 10 years of a lot of wear and tear, and I use hand lotion on my hand, so the bag was showing its wear. Not only were the straps old, but the, hold on, let me remember what it's called. I think it's on the receipt. The shapes, C-H-A-P-E-S, whatever that is, were also old, and one of them was really heavily stained and had like a black watermark on it. So I had the piping fixed and the pulls where the zipper is, and I'll show you when I take the bag out the bag. I'd had that fixed probably about 5 years ago because that, you know, the piping that goes around the bag, it has inside the Vachetta lining is like a small tiny plastic piece. And sometimes when the bag is really old, that will poke a hole through. So I had to have that fixed, right? But otherwise, the bag still looked kind of decent shape, and the handles got worse and worse looking, as you can see from the pictures. And so I took it in on May 25th. This is my lovely receipt. The lady told me she was thinking probably 2 months the bag would be ready, right? Great. So while I'm there, I did a trick that I learned from, I think it's Lux of Paris. I'm referring to the right person. And I'd watched a video of hers on how to get these extra repair items or luggage items from Louis Vuitton that they won't necessarily sell you. So that's what these other receipts are. And these are called change key holders. And I'll show you because she has one of these. This item right here, right? And inside of it goes your keys for your locks. And she gave the item number. She said, if you have an item such as a bag like this that already has one of these, that's how you order it. You tell them, I want to replace one of these, and they'll order the replacement piece, right? Okay, so I go into the store, I take my bag, I say I want it fixed, and I knew the item number, the SKU for this Epi Louis Vuitton Alma, and so I was able very easily to order one of these, the key holder. The receipt says it was $30. While she ordered it, I said, hey, can you go ahead and also order a piece of that in the Vachetta Leather? And she was very nice enough to do it, and here it is. So I was able to, when I went to pick up my bag, they did give me this piece here, and they were so lovely, they actually threw it in complimentary. She said, oh no, there's no charge for that piece, you can have it. So thank you very much, Louis Vuitton. That was a wonderful part of the picking up the bag experience. Okay, great. So I drop off the bag, kind of going back a little bit. So I drop off the bag, and of course she's like, well, do you have a receipt? And the funny thing is, I believe somewhere have a receipt, because I have all my receipts in one box, but I just forgot to take it. What happened is my daughter and I were at the mall, and I was like, we're here, let's just go drop this off. I put all my stuff in my little pochette, which I carry inside the bag, and we dropped it off. So I hadn't really planned for it better. Anyway, so we dropped it off, and she was like, well, do you have a receipt? I said, no. And I said, but you can look up my purchase history, because I wanted to make it very clear to her that, hey, I'm not just Joe Blow walking in trying to do a fake. I have a purchase history, look it up. So she looked up my purchase history, which went as far back as 2002, I think. But lo and behold, this particular bag was not on there. And I said to her, I bought that bag at Neiman Marcus for my birthday in Las Vegas. So if your information wasn't back then attached to Neiman Marcus, then it wouldn't be in there. She took it, she looked at it, and she said, yes, you know, okay, fine, we'll take it in. It was no fuss. They were very lovely. They gave us water to drink, whatever. Yeah. It was great. They took the bag, right? So about last week, Thursday, I get a text message. Your purse is here. Do you want us to ship it, or do you want to come in? And I said, you know, if you ship it, when will it get here? Now, bear in mind, this was Thursday. Actually, I think it was Friday. And she said most probably Monday or Tuesday of the following week. And I couldn't wait that long. And I kind of thought I want to see it first. So I said, you know, I'll come in. Alright, so you can see I'm excited. I'm like, my bag is here. We're going in. It's great. I'm going to pick it up. Woohoo! Indeed, right? We walk in. She comes out. We walk in. She comes out. She said, is there 2 items? I said, yes. I said, no. There's 3 items, because don't forget, I ordered this in the Vachetta Leather, and I ordered the red piece as well, because I'm actually planning on doing the red piece as part of a giveaway. So I did order that. I think it looks lovely hanging on the side of a bag, but anyway, that's coming in the future. Yeah, so she said, well, there's only 2 pieces in, and then she gave me that key close right there. And then she went and got the bag, and I said, I want to see it. So she took it out, and it was in a different box, and it was wrapped up lovely in a dust bag and everything. This one is not in a dust bag, but that is fine, because I didn't feel like I needed a dust bag. I have a dust bag for this bag. So I took one look at it and got totally super excited, and I'll have close-ups, because to look at it, I thought it looked brilliant. Look at this. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Love the stitching. I love this, the white handles. I can't wait. I'm thinking to myself as I'm looking at it, I can't wait for it to patina. I mean, it's different. Yes, when you look at that, you can see that this tag here is older. It's not as fresh, as clean as that. But, you know, things like that don't bother me. So I'm looking at the bag, and like I said, this is an older bag. I wasn't expecting the bag itself to look amazing. I just wanted the handles to look good, right? Great. So far, so yeah, so I looked at it and I was pretty happy. And then I really, really looked at it. Yeah. I looked at the zipper, and I'll show a close-up. But the zipper, guys, the zipper. So I fully admit it was not pristine when I took it in, but and you won't be able to see it here in the video, but the zipper all along the brass, or whatever this alloy is, was green. The edges here on the canvas, it's like someone had tried to rub the green off and had rubbed off some of the blue on the canvas, and there was just a lot of green. You know, it looks terrible. The zipper really looks terrible, and it's just, it's filthy, it looks terrible. It's not the zipper I gave them. I'm not saying it was pristine and white, it was not, but it definitely was not green. So I looked at the young lady, I was like, that's not how I gave you this bag. And she was like, oh, you know, I'm new, I don't know, I'll go get somebody who knows. I said, yeah. So a gentleman who works in operations, who is lovely, I love him, comes around, and he said, you know what, you're absolutely right, this is unacceptable, I'm so sorry, we're going to take the bag. No. So she says, so she goes to the back to talk to the gentleman, and she comes back and she says, so she came back and she said that there was an option where they would take it back, fix it, and give this to me, or okay, well, I could keep the bag, so that's option A, just keep as is. Option 2, give it back to them and they would put in a new zipper and fix the issues. Option 3 would be to give me a credit for the value of the bag, or to give me a brand new replacement bag. So what's a girl to do in this situation, right? So, oh, and they waived the fee for fixing it. And I must say, to do the chaps, which are these hexagon shapes here, and the handles together, was $480. The chaps were $240 for the 4 of them. Although looking at it, it looks like maybe they gave me new rivets because they look really shiny. I don't remember them being that shiny. And then the straps was separately $240. So I could have done the straps without the chaps, or the chaps without the straps. Basically is what I'm trying to say. So I looked at my options and I said, well, if you have a replacement bag, give me the replacement bag. So they gave me a replacement bag, you know, wrapped it up nicely. I walked out the store and my daughter starts crying for whatever strange and bizarre and stupid reason. She's upset that I replaced the bag. She wanted me to keep the original bag and she thought there was nothing wrong with it. So we sit down outside the mall and I'm trying to calm her down, and I say to her, it's the same bag. I open the box to show her it's the same bag, and lo and behold, it's not the same friggin' bag. Inside the box was a Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 bandolier, a bandolier. They gave me the wrong purse and they gave me a more expensive purse. So I'm sitting there in this seat, in this bench on the mall, and I'm going, do I just walk away with this purse or do I say something? I've worked retail, and in my experience, an error like that in retail can be quite a huge error. Now, when the gentleman was wrapping up the new purse, he made me sign the new receipt, and I looked at the amount on the receipt, and I said to him, I didn't realize these bags cost this much now, right? Because when I bought this 10 years ago, it was $600, and now they are $1,000. But the receipt said $1,400, and I was like, wow, when did they jump up to $1,400? And he said, oh, we just had a price increase. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess so. I mean, to me, Louis Vuitton prices are ridiculous anyway, so I was just like, okay. But when we were sitting there on this park bench and I noticed that he gave me the wrong purse, you know, I was texting my girlfriend and she's like, take it, just take it, you know, and I thought, first of all, I was very tempted to take it, yes, but if you know me, then you know I'm not a fan of crossbody bags. I like my Chanel walks, and I like small crossbody bags, but something like this on a crossbody is for me too big and uncomfortable. And I don't like the whole one boob thing. So, and I used to have a Speedy 30 at Damier Azur, and I bought a strap for it, and after about a month, I stopped carrying the strap. I didn't touch it for like 6 months, and I eventually sold it because I just didn't like that style of bag. So between the fact that I just was not interested in a Damier Azur Speedy bandolier, and the fact that I didn't want to get this gentleman who had been so nice to me into trouble, we went back in the mall, and I told him, you gave me the wrong bag. I said, I don't want to get you into trouble, but you gave me the wrong bag. And he was like, no, I gave you the right bag. And he took out my original receipt, and on the receipt, when the lady took in my purse, she wrote it down as a Speedy bandolier. And so I had that moment where I thought, ooh, I really could have just walked away with this bag and he wouldn't have gotten into trouble. So I sat there, and my girlfriend is like, just walk out the store now or something. I don't know, she was texting me like, just take the bag. And I was like, it's not a bag I want. If he'd given me another bag in that price point that was a bag I wanted, then yeah, I would have been like, no, and run off. But, I guess I just had that moment of morality where I was like, nah, it's okay. So post down below what you would have done. I'm really curious, because I think some people would have taken the bag and some people would have returned it like I did. Maybe I'm just a sucker, I don't know. Anyway, I returned the bag, and he said, well, we don't have any Speedy 25s right now in the store. I can order one. It'll take about 2 to 3 weeks. Or you can take the credit. I'll give you a Louis Vuitton gift card. What do you want to do? So at that time, I really thought I wanted a Speedy 25. So I said, order the new one and call me when it gets in. So he gave me my purse back to take home with me. And again, no charge. So that all worked out quite lovely. Of course, I get home and have an existential crisis and decide.
I ended up taking the bags back and getting a credit from Louis Vuitton that I will use to purchase a new bag. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, what would you have done if this had happened to you, and what new purchase should I make next? Thanks so much for watching. Stay blessed. Please subscribe. Bye.